So we have one more very important thing to do, and it's actually my favorite part of my math day when I teach third grade at my school. And it's called a number talk. And what a number talk is we put a problem up on the paper. And then you use all of the strategies that are in your head to solve the problem. And that kind of sounds simple, but our problems are a little bit tricky. So you work the problem out in your brain, and when you have the answer, you give me a special signal. And we do this signal. It's called a secret thumb up, just right in front of you. So one of the reasons that we do a secret thumb up is because we're all working to solve this problem. We're all working on it. And if I see Roman's hand go up when I'm still solving the problem, and if I see Lillian's hand go up and Miguel's hand go up, what do you think is happening in my brain when I start to see those hands go up?
You're thinking, oh, I have to do it faster.
Yeah, Lily, and we had said, I heard you guys say that going slow and being patient was important to our work together. And so we're not going to raise our hand because I want to make sure we're patient with everyone and give them the time they need to think and learn. So show me what you do when you have your answer. Nice. Okay. So you just give a secret thumb up, and then we're going to be very patient to give everyone time to think and learn. So when we're done with our secret thumb up, I'm going to call on a few people to tell me how they solved our problem. And I'm going to do my best to capture it up on the board and write your strategies down. But there's something I need to tell you, something kind of cool about number talks. So, did you know that there are scientists whose only job is to study the brain? Give me a thumbs up if you knew that, or a thumbs down if that's news to you. That's their job, to study the brain. And they found out some things about learning. Do you guys want to hear just a few of the things they found out?
Yeah.
They found out that your brain is like a light bulb. And when you learn something new, your brain sparks. And so you learn something new and it sparks and it makes a connection. And when your brain makes connections, your brain grows. How many of you guys want a bigger brain? Yeah, right, Ryan? Because the bigger your brain, the kind of smarter you are and the more ideas, it's like a big sponge. So, hands down, when you learn something new, your brain sparks and it grows. They've also learned something about when you make a mistake when you're learning. What do you think happens in your brain when you make a mistake? It shrinks. What else do we think might happen?
It thinks, well, we need to fix this. This is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we need to think. You know what? Last week in Artesia, the kids said the same thing. They said, I bet your brain shrinks when you make a mistake. But guess what these scientists have found? They found that when you make a mistake in your learning and you find and fix your mistake, so you make the mistake, you find and fix it, your brain makes 2 sparks. So if it learns something, it makes 1 spark and it grows. If you make a mistake, find and fix your mistake, it makes 2 sparks, and your brain grows twice as much because 2 sparks is more than 1. So show me real quick what happens if you learn something. Your brain sparks 1 time and it grows. So if you make a mistake, find and fix your mistake, your brain sparks 2 times and it grows even more. So are mistakes a helpful tool in our learning and growing your brain? Why do you say so? Because mistakes do what?
Grow your brain bigger.
They help to grow your brain bigger. And I saw every hand up in here who said they wanted a bigger brain. So it's okay to make mistakes in here. And in fact, making mistakes and finding and fixing them is one of the most important things that we can do in our learning. So it is okay to make a mistake. We're actually going to celebrate when we find and make the mistake because it's great to learn new things. It's even better to not only learn new things but find and fix our mistakes. So don't be afraid if we slip up in our number talk. How many of us have ever made a mistake before? I'm doing 2 hands and 2 feet. That's how many mistakes I make. A lot of mistakes. And is it okay to make mistakes?
Yes.
So real quick, if let's say, Roman, can I use my example? So if Roman makes a mistake, are we going to say, oh, Roman made a mistake? No way. We're going to be like, yeah, dude, your brain grew. Nice. So we're not going to put each other down. As part of our, you guys said we're going to encourage. We're going to use encouraging words for each other. You guys ready to try our first number talk? Sit up nice, straight, and tall. Let your brain know it's time to think and learn. Oh, I'm so excited. I can barely keep it together. Okay, I have a problem for us all. And I'm hoping that you guys can help me solve this problem today. So make sure that you can see the paper. If you can't, you may want to scooch over just a pinch. So I have a bike, and I love to ride my bike. How many of you are with me on that? Yeah? I love to ride my bike, but I've been riding it so much, I've got some problems with my bike. First off, the tire on my bike is flat, and I need to fix it. And it's going to cost me $14 to fix the tire on my bike. Ugh, so much money. So in addition to my tire being flat, my chain, the thing that goes around, broke. And if you know anything about bikes, you know if the chain is broke, you're donesies. So my tire is going to cost $14 to fix, and that chain, $26 to fix it. So I need help. How much money do I need to take with me to the, oh, what do we do when we have our answer? Your secret thumb up. I need help. How much money do I need? So now we're going to be patient. If we're being patient, we're not making the noise, because then my brain's thinking, is that a puppy over there? Oh, I love the quiet. That's so helpful when I'm solving problems. Quiet to think and learn. She's going to start, and then I'm going to have a few other people share some different strategies. So you talk to me about how you solve this problem. And remember, we said that listening is so important. When we share in this class, we're going to command the attention of the group, because when you are ready to share, it's important that everyone gives your attention. I'm going to have you stand up. And then this is how we quickly command attention from a group. You look around. And we said that when people are listening, their eyes are on you. So if you see anyone whose eyes aren't on you, you just nicely say, I'm waiting for Roman. And that way Roman knows, oh, I need to give Lenise my full attention. Or you could say, I'm waiting for Grayson. That way Grayson knows quickly, he can give you his attention. And once you see all eyes on you, you can begin to share with me how you solve this problem.
Well, I started with the biggest number.
Okay?
And then I started counting the smallest.
Oh.
And then I counted the 4 and the 6.
So when I hear you say counting, it makes me think of a number line. So when you're counting, did you go, you said 4, 27, 28, 29, like, is it okay if I use a number line to show it? Okay, so you said you did the
4.
So talk me through that. So 26.
So 26, and then I got the 4, the 6 and the 4, and then I counted the 6 with the 4.
Okay.
And added it up.
Oh, so you use the ditch. So 6 plus 4.
6 plus 4 equals 10. And then I got the 2 and the 1.
So the 2 and the 1. Okay, and what did you do with those?
I took the 2 and added the 1 and got a 3.
Okay.
And I found the number 23.
So tell me where you got your 23 from.
Then I put the whole thing together and I found 23.
Okay, so what did we put together? We put
I put the 26 and the 14 together.
Okay. Like this? And you got, what was your total answer?
I got 23.
23. Okay. Anything else to add, Lenise? Alrighty. So, before we get a second strategy, we're going to talk about our learning. So, at this point, we're going to think in our head, what do we understand about Lenise's strategy, and what do we have questions about? Because it's important to ask questions. We said to ask questions so we can understand each other's ideas. So, we can use our thinking stems to help us talk about our learning. We can say things like, I'm wondering why, and then you can ask your question. Or you can say, I respectfully disagree because. Or you could say, I'd like more information about. You want to give one a shot?
I respectfully disagree that if it's 26 plus 14, how did you get 23 when 26 is a higher number than 23?
Oh, okay.
It's because when I put the 26, I put it in a different way in my head. 26, like, up, and then I put the 14 on the bottom.
Oh, okay. So guys and girls, one of the things about number talks is I'm trying my best to get what's in your brain. So you can tell me that's not what it looked like in my brain, okay? And that's totally okay, because I want to make sure I'm getting what's happening. So you said you put 26 on top and then the...
And then the 14 on the bottom.
14 on the bottom.
And I counted it in my brain.
You counted it in your brain. So you did what? You started with the...
6 and the 4.
Which equals?
Which equals 10.
10. Okay, and where do I put that?
On the bottom.
All of it on the bottom?
No.
So tell me what to do, Lanice.
You put it on the right.
So the right, I put what here?
The 0.
Okay, the 0 goes here. And what about the 1 from the 10? So, here's an offering for you. Do you want a second to think about it? And I can come back to you while you gather your thoughts? Yeah, we agreed we'd be patient, so is that okay? We're going to give her time?
Yes.
So this is what I'm going to do. I'm leaving all of this up here because that's your work. I'm going to draw a little line, and I would like to see those thumbs again. Who has a different way? You didn't do it like Lanice did it. Totally different. And you can show me only with the secret thumb, because that lets me know you're ready to share. So a different way. Talk to me about how you solved the problem. And then remember, you're going to command the attention of the group. So look around, and if you don't see someone's eyes, you can nicely say, I'm waiting for... Oh, you got them all. You didn't even have to say it. All right, I'm ready for you, dude.
Okay. First you add the 1 and the 4, and that equals...
This one and this 4?
Oh, wait. You add 1 and the 2, and that equals 3. And then the 6 and the 4.
The 6 and the 4, okay.
And then 1 plus 2 equals, 6 plus 4 equals 10. But I have to get the 10, take away 1 from the 10, it equals 9. And then the 3 equals a 4.
And then 3 equals a 4. Talk to me about what you mean about that, the 3 equals a 4.
Well, the 10 you took away from the 10 you made, you put it with the other number, the 3, and that equals 4.
So you took this 1 and you put it over with the 3. Said you got the 1 from the 10 and put it over there with the 3. So 3 plus 1 equals
4.
4. And now what?
8, 9.
Can I ask you, is this what it looks like in your brain, or does it look a different way?
Looks a different way.
So talk me through that. Help me figure it out. So how does it look in your brain? Where do I put the numbers? What do I do?
Okay, first, add the 4 and the 6.
Okay, so do you want me to write it this way, or do you want me to write it up and down?
Up and down.
Up and down. Okay, what goes on top?
The 6.
Just the 6 or the 26?
The 26.
Okay, and then what goes on the bottom?
The 14.
The 14. And now what do I do?
1 plus 2 equals 3.
Okay,
6 plus 4 equals 10, but the 10 can't be there.
okay,
So you take away 1 from the 10 equals 9.
okay.
The
So-
one that you took away from the 10 goes with the 2.
So like up here with the 2?
Yes.
And do you want me to put the 9 there?
Yeah.
Okay,
N equals 39.
39. So your final answer was 39. Is it 39 bikes or $39 or 39?
$39.
For the sake of time, we're going to pause. We're not going to ask questions just yet. I told Lenice that we could come back to hers. Did you have anything to add right now? Or are you still thinking about it? Okay, so I see a lot of people with a lot of thoughts about this. So this is what we're going to do. I need you to take that math brain. And I need you with your mind camera. Like, have you guys ever read Cam Jansen?
Yeah.
She's got a photographic memory. She's got like a camera in her brain. I want you to take a picture of this camera, or this problem. Ready? Do it with me. And we're going to do something called sleeping on it. We're going to take that picture that's in our brain, and we're going to take it home with us and think about it. Because we're not quite done here, and I know lots of us had some questions. Raise your hand if you had a question about this. So yeah, there's at least one question. I'm going to put a question mark. Raise your hand if you had a question about the top one. So we came up with 2 different answers. Raise your hand if you got a totally different answer than 23 or 39. So it looks like we're still kind of chewing on this problem. So we're still working on it. And is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We are actually going to go back to where we left off yesterday. So I asked everyone to use their Cam Jansen photographic memories. And I wanted you to take a picture of this in your mind and go home and sleep on it. Because when you sleep, your brain has a chance to rest, and we can kind of regather our ideas. Before we get started with our last share, Lenice and Gavin, I'm going to give you a chance, if you want, to go back with your problem solving. You don't have to. If you want to, you can. If you don't have to. But first, we're going to have one more student share out. Before we can do that, what do we do when you have an answer that you want to share during a number talk? We don't raise our hand. Yeah, and we do it right in front of us with no noise coming out of our mouths. Yeah, so the secret thumb. I'm going to give you a minute to relook at this problem. Remember, my bike was broken. It's going to cost me $14 to fix that tire. Ugh. It's going to cost me $26 to fix the chain. I just need to know, how much money is it going to cost all together? So that secret thumb, and if we're going like this, that's not such a secret thumb anymore. That's more of a, I want my partner to know my secret thumb is up. So make sure you're just being nice and patient. So I'm looking for someone who has this answer. Do you want to talk to me about your problem solving?
So I just put the numbers in my head up and down, and then I just carried the 1 and I got 40.
So you put the numbers up and down, and you carried the 1. Okay, I'm going to need some help. Remember, it's also early on a Tuesday. Help me work through this. I want to make sure I get it exactly as it is in your brain.
So I put the numbers like that.
So it's a similar strategy. Okay. Maybe we'll even leave room for a different strategy. Okay, so you said you put the numbers up and down, and then what did we do?
I added them.
So tell me how that went in your head.
I added 4 and 6 and I got 10.
So you added 4 plus 6 equals 10, okay?
And then I put the 0 by the 4 and the 6, and then I put the 1 by the 2.
The 0 by the 4 and the 6 and the 1 by the 2. Can you tell me, why did you do that?
Because you have to carry.
What does that mean, to carry?
It means you put the 10s in the 10s place with the other 10s.
So these are 10s. So this isn't just 2? So what do you mean by that? That's a 2, though.
You it's in the 10s place though.
So how much does that make that 2 worth?
20.
20. Okay, so you said you had the 20, and then what?
Plus, no, I added the 2 and the 2 1s together, and I got 2 there, so then I made it a 4.
So the 2 and the 2 1s, and you made it a 4.
Mm-hmm. And then I put the 4 in the equals. Yeah.
So here?
Mm-hmm.
So your answer is 4?
Yeah, 40.
But you said your answer was 4.
Yeah, but I added them together and I got 40.
So we added these together and got 40?
No, because 26 plus 14 is 40.
26 plus 14 is 40. Okay, I'm trying to make sense of it. Is this how it looked in your brain?
Yes.
Is there anything I need to add?
No.
Is there anything I need to take away?
No.
So your final answer is,
40.
and is it 40 bikes or 40 fish or 40 cats or 40?
$40.
So $40. Interesting. Questions and comments for Lillian's problem-solving strategy. Remember, we can say, I agree with you and would like to add. Or we could say, I'm wondering why. Maybe you want to make sense of part of it. Or tell me more information about. So let's open it up.
I agree with you and would like to add.
So remember, we're not adding our own strategy. We're adding questions and comments. We're not adding different strategies yet. But you do agree with her?
I agree with your answer, and I did it kind of the same way.
Anyone else? So I have a question for us. We saw some up and down right here. We saw some up and down right here. We saw some up and down. Is that okay that I call it that, up and down? Mm-hmm. Okay. So we saw that in 3 places. I'm wondering if anyone did it not. I'm noticing your thumb is up because you didn't do it up and down. You did something different. Yeah? Do you want to go back to yours and we can add on or change things?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let me get a new color. Talk to me about this. What would you like me to do?
I would like you to make that one into a T chart and then put a T and an O.
Okay, so can I do it over here? Is that okay? So a T chart, is that, can you tell me what that looks like?
It looks just like a big T.
Okay, I'm going to make a big T. And then what?
A T and an O.
What is the T and the O?
The T is the tens and the O is the ones.
Okay, so we have ones. Okay, now what?
We put the 2 and the 1 in the tens, but in like tally marks.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm going to rewrite our problem. So you say I'm going to put the 2 and the 1.
In the tens.
And you said those were going to be?
Tally marks.
Okay, and how many tally marks do I do?
3.
3, and where did the 3 come from?
Like 1, 2, and then 1.
1, 2, and then 1. So you have 2 and 1. Where did the 2 and the 1 come from?
The 2 came from there and the 1 from the 2.
Oh, so I can see yesterday where you were doing something with 1 plus 2 is 3. And those belong in our tens because those numbers are tens. Okay, I'm going to try and follow you. So you said you wanted 2 tally marks and 1 tally mark. Now what do I do?
Put the 6 and then the 4.
Do I just write 6 and 4?
Yeah, dots.
Oh, dots, okay. 1, 2, like this, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Okay, there's my 6, and now
And then on the bottom, 4.
4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, like that.
Okay. And then add these. That equals 10. Circle them. Move them over here, and that equals 4 tens now.
Oh, so you did this yesterday too. You did 6 plus 4 is 10, and you want me to circle these.
And then they go in the tens.
And then it now goes in the tens. And what do I?
You can put it right there.
Do I do dots?
No, it equals 110.
Like that?
Yeah, and then there's no more ones, so it equals 40.
Where did the 40 come from?
10, 20, 30, 40.
Okay, so I'm going to write that right here. 10, 20, 30, 40. Because you counted these by tens. Did I get it?
Yeah.
So your final answer is?
44.
And is it 40 bikes or 40 tacos or
$40.
$40. So I'm going to cross this out. and change it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your problem solving and for being willing to come back to what you did yesterday. I'm wondering, because it's Tuesday, and Tuesday's after Monday, and yesterday, remember, I kind of had Monday brain? Can we remember? We were talking yesterday about the way our brain grows. And we said when we learn something new, something happens in our brain. And help me remember. Show me with a thumb if you have a good Tuesday memory. What do you remember about yesterday and growing your brain?
If you learn something new, your brain sparks.
Yeah, so when you learn something new, our brain sparks. There was something else that I think I remember. Do you remember something?
Yeah, if you have a mistake and then fix it, it's 2 sparks.
If you make a mistake, find and fix it, we have 2 sparks. So yesterday, we were working through this problem, and we went home and we slept on it. And today, Gavin found and fixed his mistake. So what happened in Gavin's brain today?
He got 2
So do it with me. He had...
2 sparks.
Oh, wait, everyone, let's do it. He had
2
sparks, and his brain
grow.
has grown. Nice. So we celebrate. We celebrate when our brain grows, and we said that that was something that we really liked yesterday, is celebrating. So I think Gavin deserves a seal of approval. R. So for our new kiddos, that's one of the ways we celebrate. We celebrate with the seal of approval. So you put up your seal flappers, and then you just bark like a seal. R. Nice. Okay. So wow, we had 3 different problem-solving strategies. Did you want to come back to this, or you want to leave it alone for today?
I want to leave it alone.
Okay. So let's wrap it up with one final chance to either ask questions or give feedback to the people who shared today. So remember, you can agree, you can ask questions, you can build on what someone else said. So maybe you have a question, or maybe you just want to give feedback.
I have a question. How come you got 39 yesterday and you got 40 today? Well, because in my brain, I kind of like a little counted wrong. So like it's because the Monday brain?
So because Monday brain. I like that. I'm going to start using that reason, because Monday brain. Nice. Thank you. Good question. And Gavin, thank you for clarifying. So,
Does anyone have anything to add?
So, later on today, there's a chance that maybe questions will pop into your head about some of these problem-solving strategies. So if a question pops into your head as we go through the day about maybe our number talk or about anything that comes up, you have those sticky notes in your bucket on your table. You can write your question down, and we can just come slap it up there, okay?